matter that much. It is the kind of balanced game where anybody can win. Right now we have YurOrdinaryHero plus Ultra, Kazuya versus Reina. Here we go.
And we got the casual fit Kazuya here. This seems to be some sort of business roleplay going on. But this is going to be, I mean, 2 Mishimas. This is just going to be wave dash, you know, triple electric central. Lots of respect in the neutral. Lots of movement on these players. Must be legacy. You don't see, you know, newer Tekken players taking on the role of a Mishima. See already. Plus Ultra are going to be making his way to the wall against YurOrdinary.
Yeah, and YurOrdinaryHero rocking the Miku Hatsune look, which I don't think Plus Ultra wants to respect that at all, and also doesn't want to respect Reina's buttons, because Reina's really a character, much like Bison over in Street Fighter, who can kill you for pressing buttons. Let her warm up the Sabakis, let her warm up the Flash Punch combos and the electrics, she will ruin your day. So Plus Ultra is trying to smother that in the grip.
Trying to smother that, and he is, because he has 1 round now, and it looks like he's working his way into a second. Keeping the pressure on with those electrics. Gonna find a gap there in that second one. The plus 10 on block, meaning absolutely nothing to YurOrdinary in that situation. Oh, and he's gonna go ahead and get a launcher of his own. Working his way.
I like the splat along the sidewall.
Oh, what a very unfortunate drop there. Gonna go for that. Reset into 2 rounds for Plus Ultra on the Kazuya.
Now, of course, we're only 2 rounds in. There's a lot of Tekken left to play, but Plus Ultra is doing a very good job of shutting down Ordinary Hero's movement options. You know, shutting down the sidekicks with sidewalks with the lows, keeping him from spinning out and having enough room to do the stance switches, really just smothering Ordinary Hero, not letting him be as mobile as a good Reina is.
It's ultimately instilling fear into YurOrdinary by ensuring that he's got the execution down on those QGFs, because, you know, one of the knowledge checks, I guess you don't call it a knowledge check, one of the execution checks that you have in a Mishima mirror is, you know, who's going to be establishing neutral with those electric when Godfist? Who's going to be putting themselves out there saying, you don't rule the mid-range, I rule the mid-range?
Yes, definitely. And we just saw in that past round, while we were talking, we kind of cursed it. What happens if Plus Ultra cannot shut YurOrdinaryHero down? Reina is the queen of snowballs, much like her dad Heihachi in Tekken 7 was the king of the mid.
Which we're going to be seeing later this fall as he returns back to Tekken 8. Very interested to see what that's going to look like, because Reina, a lot of her kit is essentially based on Heihachi with shades of Lydia Sobieska. So interested to see how they change him up. Plus Ultra are going to be taking game 1 off of YurOrdinaryHero.
Yeah, I don't think he liked mentioning Heihachi, because he definitely brought it up a notch once you and I started talking about the old man.
And of course, I mean, with the way that the meta is developing, you never know what, you know, the tier lists are going to look like. Of course, you said before, tier list is something that's not as important in a title like Tekken 8, where system mechanics tends to take the priority over character balancing. But, you know, you do have a few that stand out. You got the Yoshimitsus, you got the, you know, Kuma, the bears give people lots of trouble. So Heihachi just may be another one of those characters. Reina was a character that was complained about in ranked matchmaking for quite a bit.
And the thing with Reina is that once you get to use her, she's like a can opener on legs. She's absolutely brutal, but she's also quite difficult to really get that kind of comfortable grip on because of the stance switches, the mobility, the kind of juxtaposition between her flippy stuff, her Kaido influences, and her bone-crushing Mishima Karate, which right now Plus Ultra is exploiting and keeping YurOrdinaryHero from being as mobile as he needs to be. That's been the story of the whole set so far. And locking Hero down.
What you're saying is essentially true. This is why we haven't really seen a lot of Reina representation at big regionals and, you know, whatnot, because the character takes so much to pilot. Of course, pre-buff Kazuya was the same way, but even now, still just a very difficult character to pilot. Don't get so much out of him for how much you have to put in. So You're going to see the Jack 8s, you're going to see the Dragon Olives, you're going to see the Yoshimitsus.
Definitely. And right now, you've got a bit of a Mishima duel because they're using kind of the same tools against each other. The Doria's coming out, the Wave Dash is coming out. But right now, Ordinary Hero has to figure something out and open this toolkit and do more of these armor moves, more of these power crushes, or this is going to be a very short night at the office because Plus Ultra already on set point and fighting in the pocket, trying to keep your Ordinary Hero from moving out of his grasp, from escaping the vortex. Right now, not having a lot of luck. This round is dangerously close to putting Hero back in things.
Was just about to say it myself. Doesn't look like in this particular round 3 of match 2 that he's able to keep your Ordinary Hero off of him. So your Ordinary Hero is going to be taking round 3 of this second match here in the Mishima Mirror.
This is why I was talking up the kind of talent that keeps being drawn to Breakout series, even though it's such a young series, such a young org, because there's always this back and forth. There's no one-sided battles here in Breakout series, and your Ordinary Hero already finding ways to fight back, but starting to have a bit of trouble. The devils come out, the horns have come out, the wings have come out, the blocking is there, the buff is there, the parasite fits, and that's it! Finishes it with the low, sends your Ordinary Hero down to the loser side of the pool. Plus Ultra coming out on top.
Spacing traps and
not Panda at all. Jack
not
8.
Bringing out the bear.
A little preview of Joe Crush. This is going to be interesting.
Might be Joe Crush. You know, the Jack players don't have one uniform style. That is something really nice about the Tekken gameplay loop, is that you see two characters, or you see one character being played in 2, 3, 4 different ways. So it is very intriguing. Of course, you know, Joey Fury's Jack is a little different from Joe Crush's Jack. And
well, that's going to be fun. We've got Blue Man Group versus Jun Kazama in the Beachwear. Already an aggressive start, getting right in there with the throws, trying not to let Dulce get any action in. Goes for the heat install already, the heat engager. Already rushing in, trying to get him driven back. And a hefty chunk of life gone. This is the kind of counterplay you would expect from a Jun, and how aggressive. Look at the speed, I mean.
Breakthrough with the heat smash. No use power crushing in that situation. The heat smash is going to run right through it, and you're just going to have to face some of the same fate again, except in this case, he's going to go ahead and get a heat engager. Go for the 2-3 option on the guard break. Keep the heat for a bit more. Only needed one more hit. The back 1+2 gets the job done to secure round 2.
It worked out for them that time, but Commanda Panda seemed a bit flustered, seemed to be kind of flailing, and you gotta really rein in those instincts to just start hitting buttons against a character like Jun and a player like Dulce. If Commanda Panda can't play with a cooler head, which right now we're starting to see in this perfect round, it could be pretty short night for them.
And I mean, once you know which buttons obviously you want to press, a lot of these high-level players tend to have flow charts that they default to for these matchups. And the layer 1 may or may not work. They'll say, okay, I want to use this. If they need to go to a layer 2, 2 perfect rounds in a row. My goodness, Commanda Panda just rolling his way through match 1. Hopefully Dulce has an answer to this.
Hopefully. I mean, maybe I spoke a little too soon about flailing. It seems to work out for him. Look at the work he was doing with the Tulpin Blast, with the Pulverizer. Really just shutting down all of Jun's options, all of Dulce's options, before anything could come out of it. It started out pretty even, but it got one-sided fast.
I mean, it looks like he came absolutely prepared for this matchup, because just look at the confidence that he had running into Jun's pocket, the personal space, and unleashing his offense. I mean, of course, we were predicting bears for this matchup. I guess there was something that he knew going into that. He's like, that's not going to work. I need to bring out the Jack 8 and establish my game plan here. So that's exactly what he went ahead and did.
I mean, it also tells you a thing about assuming, because I just saw the name and I was like, oh, it's a panda.
Oh, so we weren't even okay. For a second, I was like, oh, you know, for perhaps if we're going to see a Panda here, then this could be an interesting matchup. But no, he's deciding not to go for the Bears. The name in this case was a bit misleading.
Yeah,
Commanda
well, you know what they
Panda.
say about assuming whenever you do that, you make an ass out of you and me.
And especially in a game like this, talk about how many different reads and decisions you have to make defensively, that the wrong assumption can be a matter of 45, 55%, something along those lines. Dulcet finding her way to the wall here, going to be creating some extra space to back 1+2 heat engage up against the wall break. Didn't quite get the blue spark there, unfortunately.
Keeps running right onto that heat engage. I mean, right now it's working out for her. She's getting that great health back. She's getting the juggle going, about to finish off this round. But it seems like half the time she rushes in, that heat engager is there waiting.
Decided not to go for the heat dash at the end of her combo, and that's going to cost the round. I believe that would have killed there with only about 15% left on Commanda Panda. So now he's going to make her pay for that decision, and that's exactly what we were just talking about a second ago, making these assumptions. Maybe I can go for another ender here and keep the heat. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And this is also calling to mind what you were just saying about how many knowledge checks there are. You have to think so many moves ahead or you're just going to get run over. It reminds me of chess grandmasters. They burn so many calories just from, thinking so many moves ahead and considering move and counter move and every possibility on the board. They burn as many calories as professional athletes and have to work out and eat like them. So
right.
It's not so different in Tekken. It's like 3D chess.
Yeah, I mean, the esports scene, over the course of the pandemic about 4 years ago, people have understood the art of gaming on a mainstream level now. Esports has been getting eyes from all around the world. People understand this level of competition is nothing distinct from physical team sports, except of course some people may have their opinions on it, but regardless of the fact, the mental the mind games that's played in the esport is just as, if not more, demanding.
Absolutely. I mean, I play a few ranked sessions and I'm just wiped out and I'm done. I can't imagine these pros who are labbing 8 hours a day and then competing in a tournament that night. It must be exhausting, and I know who's exhausted. dulcetFlower, who looked a little promising. Her name, Papilla versus Secondwindken, King versus Lars, and this is going to be a pretty fun one to watch.
The People's Champion King here to show out in the Breakout series. Very interested to see a set like this. Of course, Lars, one of those mind-fuck characters in the game, similar to Yoshimitsu and some others. Very strange dynamic happening there. The 1-1-1 on back turn, gonna get easy guarantee. Just mix, but the low parry, not today. Papilla's got a different plan for this round almost. It's just a bit of... And there we go.
You can see Papilla starting... You can see Papilla starting to adjust because Secondwindken has been going low a lot. A lot of lows, a lot of mix-ups into lows, really focusing on Papilla's legs and taking his legs out from under him, on kind of poking him out of his grab option. And it's getting a little too predictable. This whirlwind of offense can only last so long, and you can see Papilla, the seasoned king, really starting to adjust on the fly. But right now, this round, it might not be enough.
Very unfortunate they're trying to jab out of the Zen stance or Dent stance, whichever it may be. He's going to catch you with one of those options. Of course, if he goes for that low, you're going to get crushed. If he goes for that heat engager, you're going to have to hold that pressure. I mean, there's not too many options here against Lars in the neutral. Definitely a character that's going to give you a lot of trouble. Like, the pun earlier, if you don't know Lars about the matchup, it's going to give you so much trouble.
Yeah, and I mean, look at how consistently Ken is reading the setup for the Giant Swing and the Shining Wizard. Really watching out for those, and Papilla has to rewrite his game plan. He's using the Jaguar Bomb, he's using the Lariat. He doesn't have access to a lot of his chain grabs because Secondwindken is sitting on them and waiting for them.
Oh, the sequence. Look at what Papilla's doing here. Just buttering him up, peppering him down. Going low, mid, high, up into this sequence. Very nice what he was doing there. Just gradually taking the health down bit by bit to secure that round. Very nice by Papilla.
Yeah, and you could see what I was talking about with the adjustments, with the on-the-fly thinking, breaking out that almost baseball side of a dropkick, which jumps straight over so many lows. You got him using the armor now. You've got him using the heat engager. You've got him really just trying to keep Ken shut down.
Oh, and he goes. Oh, you can't keep resorting to that 1-1-1. Papilla's telling him, you gotta get punished.
Got to start dealing with that Lariat, though, because that comes out again and again and again for Papilla. But, you know, you go to the same well because the well always has water in it. You want him to stop going to that well, you got to drain it.
You got to drain that well, and it looks like that's what he was doing there. I mean, that last round of the first match that we seen, he was just resorting to very basic sequences. The Rage Art is going to come out here. Need to get the pressure off you for a second. Let's see what the follow-up is. He still has a full bar of heat burst, so very interesting to see what's going to happen here. Oh, and the running 1+2.
He's been setting up that Shining Wizard all set, and it's finally working, but having a hard time breaking through the armor, breaking through the block. Finally does it, but for a moment there, Papilla was really sweating, even as he finds himself on set point.
Just finding a way to methodically establish this offense, going from one part of the stage to the other. Gonna get hit by the somewhat readable throw option. Oh, almost try to mix him up there, but to no avail. Oh, and the launch, punishable, low. Papilla!
What you saw, Papilla,
we are going to be having another match on screen, because if it's not going to be Moon Aaliyah and Shinblade, it is going to be RyanHiga and Plus Ultra. So finally, we are here now in the next match. Immediately trying to establish some offense here. Looks like RyanHiga wants to run a full chart on him almost immediately.
Not having any luck with that. Already got the lows coming out. You've got the parasite fist. You've got the shutdown of the sidestep. You've got the lows coming out. Plus Ultra really lets come into those lows. RyanHiga able to get up for a bit, but not really able to get much done. Trying this typical rush down flow chart of Hwoarang, as you were saying, but not really. Plus Ultra seems far too seasoned for it. Seems like he's seeing it coming. Didn't see that low parry coming, though.
Oh, my. Oh, here we go. This is going to produce some kind of carry. Not as much as I was expecting, but some kind of carry nonetheless. Going to spend the bar with that heat dash there. Seeing if he can establish this offense. I mean, we are playing on a wallless stage, so not much for Hwoarang to work with here. But he is going to take a round off of him. Very nice job there by RyanHiga.
I mean, RyanHiga with Hwoarang has so many stance options, so many ways to disrupt Kazuya's own flowchart that Plus Ultra can't go to the same world too many times. But right now, able to get some good offense going, able to get some good work in with the Hell Sweep, with the launcher, and right now, going to the same trick again, the power of the devil making itself manifest with a perfect round.
A perfect round, and I mean, he must be feeling amazing after that, because this is riding off of course, not just the history with the first set on stream, so he does not have to worry just yet about being in the losers bracket, but also with the momentum of having those 2 rounds, getting that perfect there. Feeling confident about his Kazuya Mishima.
Doing pretty good, RyanHiga, keeping himself in this with the offense, with the rushdown, but tends to overextend, tends to over-anticipate. You could see a couple times in that last round that he was kind of expecting Plus Ultra to come up a lot faster and got punished for it. And right now, you can see him giving up a lot of real estate, a lot of opportunities for Plus Ultra to bring up this momentum.
A bunch of real estate, and the momentum is going to be displayed in method of Heat dash. No crazy follow-up off of that. So it looks like RyanHiga's opportunity. He dropped. Oh, but he's still able to find the final round in that match. Very nice job by RyanHiga there. That was going to get incredibly interesting if he didn't go ahead and close it out. So nice job that he did.
That was a game where it really looked like Plus Ultra was on the right track and kind of just has to do more of what he did and do less of what RyanHiga did. I mean, it sounds reductive, it sounds like a meme, but at the end of the day, this game is about making sure the other guy runs out of health before you do.
Yeah, and of course that just goes back to the game being mentally taxing, because you can have moments where, like we just seen right now, Plus Ultra putting the beat on RyanHiga, and it looks like his confidence was going to outweigh that of RyanHiga, but when he got that opportunity to show he deserves to play again, oh, and he's going to be whipping out the Jin Kazama, so another Mishima here. He's going to have to anticipate essentially the best button in the game with the down one. So Demon Paul going to be playing a big part here in this matchup.
Yeah, and Jin, obviously a very interesting choice against Hwoarang. Kind of a jack of all trades. You can play him pretty much any way you want, and maybe able to rush down the rushdowner.
And I mean, he would not even exactly have to do that in this case, because you're talking about a character that has essentially free electrics out of stance. So many options out of stance. You could go from you can go from mid-screen all the way up to right in front of your opponent, just out of the stance options that you decide to opt for.
That was an interesting choice, though. He kind of had that round in the bag, but then he just kind of freezes in front of RyanHiga, doesn't press any buttons, gives Ryan all the time in the world to punish him with a deadly string. Wonder what he was thinking there.
Just a moment of gray area is something that's not too uncommon between high-level play. It's something that often I'll see a lot of people question on social media when questioning, why did Arslan Ash decide to opt for this move on Nina, or why did Joe Crush decide to down forward 2 in this situation? And it's just too much running through the brain at any particular moment that it can't really be answered in just a sentence or two.
And it really brings to mind the Centipede problem. The Centipede starts trying to answer the question of how he walks with all his legs and finds he can't walk anymore.
Right. But it looks like Plus Ultra needs to walk his way into another round. It's not looking great here. And it looks like we just seen a similar thing right there. He just kind of stood and waited for RyanHiga to make a decision. Not the most optimal thing to do in such a situation.
Yeah, he's getting some good mileage with these moments of small Tekken, of baiting Ryan to press a button and punishing them, with getting some good movement and angles with the sidestep and the sidewalk, but it's not really getting him anywhere because he can't put them all together, man. And RyanHiga able to finish it.
That through and through, and Tenga, one of the TTG boys, one of my sponsors, Too Tough Gaming, and this is one of their trainees. They're trying to work their way up to try to be part of the team that gets to travel out and stuff, but
oh, nice.
Go. The Leo coming out for Tenga.
Everyone is feeling really edgy, aren't they, with these costumes? I mean, so much black leather.
Got the Edge Lord. Oh boy, I know there's some anime reference. They're gonna yell at me when I don't remember it, because they specifically told me what it was last time when HardTekk was up on stream. Good overhead kick. Level up, down forward 2 from out of nowhere. Good stuff from HardTekk. HardTekk maybe gonna go into heat here. Yes, we are. Closest to the wall we can get.
This is very typical HardTekk action so far, with the highly aggressive pressure fighting Asuka. Asuka, typically a whiff punishing counter hit heavy character, but you wouldn't think it looking at HardTekk, because they like to get right in your face.
Oh yeah, he's gonna keep the pressure going, especially once he gets that little indicator, gives him a little bonus sparks on some of those moves, like the wall running 1+2, being able to counter hit launch, or just a regular launch even, just finding the connection on it. But here we go, back to the mix. The stances, the punch Sabaki coming out from HardTekk, no combo conversion though. Wall running 1+2
Tenga having
again.
a hard time making anything happen. It seems like when he gets these strings off, HardTekk's really willing to sit there and take it with the blocks and find a way through.
When you see he finally got the hop kick off the stance, but She was airborne, so not able to really convert too easily. HardTekk taking a quick first 2 rounds. Looking good. Opening up with the kicks. Oh, he had it. Could have committed. There's a follow-up after that string. Don't ask me what the inputs are. I don't play Leo like at all.
Leo's going to be a bit of a hard pick against HardTekk's Asuka because it feels like Leo operates on a very similar wavelength to Asuka.
Wow.
Kind of defensive, whip heavy, or punish heavy. And right now against Asuka, against HardTekk, you're not getting many opportunities. But Tenga Egg, sure, taking advantage of the one he got.
Oh man, drops the combo but still commits to the high. It is a counter hit launcher, so HardTekk swinging into it. You don't, like I said, for this stage in Yakushima, you typically don't see the wall just because of how big the stage is. Very unlikely to reach it, but reached it there. Sidewall conversion, not able to find it. Going into heat here. HardTekk still's got the blue spark. What are we going to do with it? Crouch jab to relieve the pressure. Wall running 1+2.
Yeah.
It is a high, so you have to duck it, but obviously does some tracking, so you don't want to try stepping it either. Down 4-2 into down 4-2. These guys are swinging for the fences. Damn!
Yeah, and Tenga really giving HardTekk a lot of room to work, but might be working out in their favor this round because that is a lot of punishment. But gotta be careful not to run yourself onto the sword, which is exactly what Tenga does. And this might be the end if he can't break up HardTekk's pressure. The heat engager is there, but not able to get a lot going on from it. Waiting for an opening that never comes. The first game goes to HardTekk.
What a bet right there. Tenga swung for the fences, the mid-high string. Obviously, it's a very high-risk move. HardTekk, duck, and launch. Good punish right there. Good first game. But Tenga started getting warmed up a little bit. Like I said, Leo's a very stance-heavy character, so something you gotta really pay attention for and duck the highs when you can. Leo's got a lot of them, but also has some very sneaky mids, very strong lows as well. So very strong character in my opinion. Definitely an upgrade from Tekken 7.
Yeah, Leo and Feng are very, very fun for the Kung Fu aficionado in me, the guy who grew up watching martial arts movies, because they are so flowy and stance heavy and punish heavy. It really feels like watching one of those old school movies. But the question is, how can Tenga adjust to this relentless pressure from HardTekk?
He's doing good for a little bit. He's got to go back to going committing to the lows, maybe throw in a couple throws to mix him up. Just when I say a HardTekk, must have heard me. Counter hit low, guaranteed follow-up, not enough damage, 1 pixel in a dream. Caught ducking on the mid follow-up. HardTekk looking strong, looking dominant as per usual. Trying to keep it going. Oh, counter hit conversion. Should be able to convert here. Oh boy.
Should and does, and right through the wall, into heat, into some more punishment. Here you go. I know you didn't order seconds, but you're getting them anyway. Up against the wall with no way out, and a perfect to set HardTekk on match point.
Yeah, all that the wall, all guaranteed by the way, so definitely not something you want to deal with when playing against Asuka. There he goes, find the lows, not able to get the pickup since he traded. Looking for more. Nice whiff punish, perfect whiff punishment right there from Tenga. Tenga needs to keep this momentum going because he's down really bad right now. 2-round deficit, already down a game, can't lose any more games, otherwise he's gonna lose. Punch Sabaki again. Should be able to find the wall possibly. Oh, maybe it's a little too far.
A little too far, just a bit too far now. He's up against the wall with a revved up HardTekk ready to send him down. But here comes the Rager!
He got it! Oh my goodness, what a clutch Rager right there. Perfect time to utilize and use the heat right there.
What a way to keep himself in this.
Oh yeah, staying alive. Like I said, still set point here for HardTekk. HardTekk is only 1 round away from moving into top 8. This is top 8 qualifier, so a lot riding on the line for HardTekk. Wants to make winner's side again. Down 4-2, not going to find its mark. It is punishable though. Good patience from HardTekk. Oh my goodness, these ducks from HardTekk. Looking good. He's got the read on the layup. Damn! Read this!
Gets them all the way up against the wall. Starts to rev up that punishment. Starts to pull back on the stances, but not able to stop the can. And now it's his turn to get punished. HardTekk revs it up, goes into heat, gets the low punish, gets the ground game going, and here comes the... Whoa, not at all. Woo! Oh my gosh. All that gray health comes back.
The punch Sabaki, not gonna pay off. 1 throw, not broken. Not dead, but I think he gets a follow-up. No, he swung into the string.
Picks the wrong moment to swing, and there goes HardTekk. There goes the match. But some great flashes of brilliance there for Tenga, who
by the South Koreans. But here we go, all North
Absolutely.
Americans here. Debaser with the Yoshimitsu and CodeRed 255, rocking the Steve Fox.
We were talking a little during Shinblade's match in pools about how Steve is a very counter-heavy character, very whip-punish-heavy character, who relies a lot on timing and rhythm. So what I might like to see from Debaser here, and he's not having a lot of luck starting off, is finding ways to keep CodeRed from getting comfortable, keep CodeRed from building up a good read, to keep CodeRed from doing this.
Well, that's a good start. Unblockable low. I was just gonna say he was in a really dominant position right there, putting the Yoshimitsu in the corner, not allowing him to teleport out. Oh no, drops the combo. He gets the airflow right there, not able to convert. Does another unblockable low. Can he convert into the heat? We might be able to kill. No, he drops the two. Azim combos back and forth. Looking for the tracking, trying to go for the unblockable. Oh my goodness. CodeRed trying to go for the guard break, and Debaser hit the unblockable immediately right afterwards. That's 3 of them in 1 round. Running
Absolutely.
2. Gonna get sidestep 1. Opening them up. Over here. Searching. And that's, like I said, that spit, super menacing to deal with.
It's super menacing, but it can also become a crush, so Debaser doesn't want to get too predictable. We've seen that happen a few times.
Oh boy. CodeRed looking for the answer. There you go. Full crouch 2, just to answer for that unblockable. Knew the unblockable was gonna be coming. Rocket launcher at the wall. Maybe, oh, he could have tried to do it again. A pixel in the dream for Debaser. Not gonna be able to answer that low, tying it up 1 round apiece here this first game.
You can see what we were talking about too with preventing a Steve from getting too comfortable. CodeRed is starting to back off strategically and wait to see what Debaser does and find an opening to punish. Debaser is starting to punish that very same focus on punishment.
Trying to keep the momentum going. He's got a pretty decent life lead. Sidestep 1. Oh my gosh, met with the back one. Bullseye. Finding its mark. Should be able to go into heat here. Not playing around. Maybe find the sidewall. Looking for it. Not going to find it. Goes to the clinch. Not going to find it either. Smash! I.e. try to go for the flash there. A little too predictable. CodeRed snuffed it out. Sidewall. Not going to be able to kill here. And these strings. Oh, he's doing strings!
Yeah, CodeRed's not leaving Debaser any room to get slippery. You know, he's backed into the corner, up against the wall, he's getting juggled all over the place, doesn't have space for those teleports, for any of his more slippery moves, can't get a grab on because he's focused on not getting hit. You can see him going for the lows and trying to force space with that spit now and then, but not having a whole lot of luck with it, and CodeRed really piling on the punishment, and also sitting, waiting for those spits.
Dear Lord, yeah, you've seen the spacing is going to be really important, especially against a good Yoshimitsu like Debaser, so you don't want to give him too much of an opening. Damn, the Lionheart even missed the wall running 3 right there. Big whip punishment right there from CodeRed, but these combo drops are ridiculous. Got to bunker down the hatches.
Thinking.
He needs 1 more round here.
Yes, just needs 1 more. Debaser, all that health back though, good chance of taking this. And there we go, starting to warm up Yoshimitsu's weird gameplay. We finally see the Dragonfly come out. Might be a sign of things to come.
Yeah, got a little too greedy right there. Try to go for a big whip punishment. Try to go for the Lionheart too, but obviously going to get snuffed out. Goes over the Manji kicks. Good start. Final round here, game 1. Looking for the wall. Are we going to try to get a setup? Yeah, we're going to go for the setup.
I mean, he's a boxer. Of course he's dangerous when he's got his opponent in the corner.
Oh, he gets the flow. He gets the bound combo because he's airborne. There was only a frame of him actually being airborne, so I was really lucky on Debaser's part. Perfect timing. Clean wall splat. To the wall. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't even need the machine gun punch. Just going to do the setup again. Put him face down, feet towards the wall. Super precarious position because if you want to try to commit to any type of get-up kicks, they're a little bit longer. Pause if necessary. A little bit, takes a little bit. Yeah, I can't mix it up any other way. I'm going to take the L for that one.
Straight into the second game, too. No pauses here, no chances to reflect and catch their breath. If you're Debaser, what adjustments do you think you might make?
Debaser, like I said, he was doing really good. He got CodeRed a couple times. Ooh, man, Lionheart 2 again. Should be able to find the wall. Are we going to be able to get enough to kill here? Combo conversion. Yes, perfect combo conversion right there. Excellent to kill. Debaser was doing good in the first round with the unblockables. Maybe needs to start transitioning for some different setups for Yoshi. Just kidding. Going back to the roots. It went back to working.
Yeah, might be interesting to see if he starts being slippery like we've been talking about. That key part of Yoshimitsu's tool set, the stance changes, the parries, the unblockables, just really mixing things up for CodeRed and breaking up these reads and this comfortable rhythm.
Yeah.
Right now, we're seeing a lot of luck with lows, but the question is, can he stay unpredictable?
Yeah, like the down back 4 right there, the teleport, the flashes, those things still need to be a key factor. I know he was able to read that flash that first round, but obviously it doesn't mean you put it away for good. It's still a valuable asset, valuable tool you want to use. There you go, teleport coming out to play now. A little bit out of range though. Look for the Dragonfly mid, try to find the clean wall splat. Armor, good patience. The neutral 4. Wow, perfect evasion right there. Clean wall splat. He already committed to the spins. Over him, whoa!
Goes right over that.
Oh,
Not
God.
gonna get a lot out of it. Breaks the grab.
Oh, he
Here
jumped!
Comes,
Why did he
here
jump?
comes the heat.
Oh, that might be dead. No! Oh, it's okay, it is dead. What a setup right there. Debaser, super ballsy right there to do that setup. He could have just broke the wall and did a Rage Iron, would have been enough to kill, but wanted to keep the wall pressure. Back 1, round start. I know how
That's
to
the
play
thing.
Steve.
You need to avoid the temptation to turtle up and to panic because this isn't that kind of game. You really need to know when the opening is right to take the fight to your opponent. That's why Debaser's a round up and about to take the game. If he doesn't, if this doesn't happen, basically.
I think he just jinxed him, man. Dang,
Yeah,
down
commentator's
2-1.
curse.
Here we go.
And now it's set point.
Yep, set point for CodeRed to try to move on to top 8. This is winner's top 8 qualifier. So you want to win here, stay on winner's side for top 8. Clean wall splat. We're going to break it. Not going to break it quite yet. Looking for the setup. No sword stance. What you going to do? Oh, you get a flash right there. Took a little too long to do it. Good job
Interesting
staying
delayed
grounded.
get up there. Throw off CodeRed's timing by not getting up right away, not giving him an immediate opening to punish.
Good call right there for Lionheart. A little bit out of the range. The clinch mechanic. Had to break it right there. That would have been dead. Oh, it still might be dead. Careful. The flash! It didn't matter. He tried to flash, but the perfectly timed power crush is enough to seal the deal. CodeRed moving on to top 8. Winner side. Those are the
And
fists
that was
of
a
champion.
2-0, but whew. I wonder how he got the ring in there. Like, do you think he has his moving trucks fine?
I missed that. But here we go, going straight into the
Oh,
next,
wow.
next
Straight
top
in.
8 qualifier. TKGodPling going against RyanHiga. Caught
All
you out of
killer,
AOP.
no filler this time. We didn't even get to hear what the next match was. Just straight
I'm cool
in.
with that. I'd rather prefer this. These matches go by a lot faster when they could just start up right away. RyanHiga wants to keep that momentum going, starting off with a perfect. Peeling, try to go into AOP, but obviously he went for one of the lower hitting mids. RyanHiga, expert for Hwoarang so far, is looking like not a beginner. Ooh, good try on the duck and launch. A little too low. Rocket launcher. I think it's a plasma cutter. I forget what it's called. This is going to be super.
What is called is painful if you're peeling, because look at this.
perfects?
2 perfects in a row.
Uh-oh.
RyanHiga came into this with a chip on his shoulder, and this is a multiple-time champion we're talking about. This is somebody who takes Joe Crush to war every time they meet, and right now, finally getting some offense in, but you just don't see Peeling get perfected twice in a row like that.
Yeah, very unlikely, but man, 2 counter hit throws back to back. Gonna go into the waning moon. Should be enough to kill. Yeah, how about this perfect? It's either perfect or bust right now between these two. He's trying to keep it going. Can I get one more perfect?
Yeah, these two are pure momentum, and look at the angles that Ryan is able to create.
Wow,
Knows
clean
when
wall spot
Peeling's
too?
gonna extend. Great job with the side steps, with the sidewalk. Good thinking with the stance changes. Not able to stop that heat engage though. And right now, Peeling trying to get some desperately needed momentum back to keep this from going up 1-0 for Ryan.
Oh man, Hypnotist. Super annoying to deal with. Heat Smash. We're gonna go to Hypnotist again. No, we're gonna go back turn. There you go, using Heat Smash. Not gonna be able to get a combo conversion, but does get a guaranteed follow-up.
Trying to get
Does
that
have
great
rage.
health back.
Oh, he tried to go for a throw. I've never seen that counter animation before. You rarely see that. Try to get the pickup. Not able to get it. Back 3. Not gonna find its mark either.
See, this is where Peeling is starting to fight more like himself. A very defensive counter specialist. Caught Ryan pressing and was not able to stop it. I mean, was able to stop it. I got a little tripped up. Sorry.
Oh boy, try to keep it going. Momentum at the wall. Oh boy. Clean wall spot again. 2 rounds apiece here. Dang, after... Oh, okay, wow. After a 2 perfect start from RyanHiga, got Peeling, brought it right back, and won that first game. That was a pretty quick turnaround. Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, Peeling is just so great at these adjustments, at these mid-match changes of strategy, and really once he has a second to warm up, that defensiveness and evasion comes in. But RyanHiga really needs to keep that momentum from building up in the first place. Play like he's playing now, where P-Ling is not getting a chance to press any buttons. You've got the wall splat going, you've got the stand changes going. Unfortunately, unable to stop the spring kick, but creates some good angles to keep up the pressure, and P-Ling goes down again. I mean, who is RyanHiga? Whose burner is this? I need to know. Somebody in chat's got to know who this is, because P-Ling doesn't get taken to work like this usually.
Yeah, looking good so far. He had a good start last time, but you can definitely tell potentially throw breaks might be an issue for him because he got caught by the Waning Moon 3 times in that first game, and now he's already got caught by it again. This time it wasn't even a counter hit, so he could have broken that one for sure. Oh boy.
Yep.
Hypnotist at the wall. Yeah, even if he blocked that, he had to deal with the mix again. If he got caught ducking, would have been another death-to-death situation. So still's got to deal with the Xiaoyu. Very slippery Xiaoyu, I might add.
Yeah, when P-Ling breaks out the Hypnotist, breaks out the back turns and the flips, that's when RyanHiga starts to have trouble. As you can see, because just not able to adjust to that sidewall pressure and almost gets put right through the railing, but fortunately the round came to a merciful end. And right now trying to keep P-Ling from having a chance to do that again.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, just like that, he's P-Ling already on set point. Even after Ryan, the games that Ryan have been winning have been super dominant. I mean, like I said, perfect. The game before they had 2 perfects on the ones he won. Still set point for P-Ling to move on to winner side top 8. But RyanHiga needs to lock down this game right now, and that's a perfect start. Back 3 whiff punish to the wall. Still has tornado. Yes, sir. He already knows. This guy's
gotta be careful here because P-Ling's get-up game is so good.
Just when you say that, oh my goodness, Death Fist doesn't confirm with the heat. Oh, that's gonna be dead. There we go. RyanHiga taking a game. It looked a little bleak right there. I thought P-Ling was gonna be able to close it out right there, but Ryan putting the game on the board.
Just plays so fast with this Hwoarang, so much pressure, so good at reading when he needs to create an angle and break away and really find an adjustment to P-Ling, who is very, very dangerous once he warms up. So there's a lot of interesting Tekken going on with RyanHiga's ability to keep him from warming up.
Wow, the evasion.
I mean, look at this.
The lateral movement right now from Ryan is really paying dividends right now. Yeah. Oh man,
we've been talking about
guaranteed. That. Wow, he still got it. He jumped over the get up low from P-Ling. Got a little too desperate right there, trying to stop the bleeding, and RyanHiga sniffed it out. There you go. AOP finally paying off for P-Ling. Starting to get underneath some of the mids. Like I said, Higa was doing a really good job at adapting, using a lot of low-hitting mids just to catch P-Ling out of the hypnotist stance, or the AOP. Uh-oh.
Yeah, tried to throw P-Ling off by delaying get-up, but all that did was give P-Ling a lot of opportunity to start adjusting strategy on the fly and break out the lows, break out that grab we just saw. So you do not want to give P-Ling too much time to think. That is really what's been giving Higa good results, just not letting P-Ling think.
Oh man, these throw breaks are really being an issue for Ryan, because right there you saw P-Ling getting like 4 throws consecutively, back to back to back. Finally with punishment with the back 1+2. Should be able to get the wall conversion here, should be dead. Yes, guaranteed follow-up with the Cali roll, and just like that, P-Ling on set point again, but don't count Ryan out, because this is the last time it happened. I thought P-Ling was going to be able to close it out, and Ryan battling his way back. Good start right now. Might be able to interact with the perfect. Finds the parry, misses the throw. Try to go for the Waning Moon again. Oh my gosh, he's trying to go into heat. Oh, what a duck!
That movement has been there for Ryan again and again, just creating these angles, switching up directions, and just whenever P-Ling starts to go in, Ryan is able to switch things up on the fly, and then this happens, and now they are both on set points, and we are just seeing what a fight we're seeing right now. This isn't a match anymore, this is a fight.
This is a slugfest right here. Oh my gosh, he goes underneath the high again. He's been trying to go for this. Spring kick, not going to pay off. Back to the wall. Back turn. The parry. No break on the throw again. And P-Ling, by the skin of their teeth, going to be able to snuff it out here 2-1 over RyanHiga and moving on to winner's side top 8.
We actually saw Commanda Panda earlier playing the Jack 8 and absolutely dominant in their pools match that we saw. So that is some good signs from Slowpoke on King.
Had to beat dulcetFlower, one of my friends from Seattle. So hopefully she didn't take the beating too hard. Hopefully she's still on loser side. But here we go. Winners top 8 qualifier match. TTG Slowpoke, Infinite Shinblade. The usual names out here.
Shinblade trying to start this off very aggressively, but not really having much luck shutting down Slowpoke's options. Not really able to keep him in place.
Uh-oh, just when you said, no duck on the forward 2-1. Rope-a-dope, what you gonna do? Looking for the strings.
He's going back to that shoulder.
Over here. Ooh, he tried a whip punish right there. Really tight window of when you can get that punishment off the armor. 1+2 throw, gonna find counter hit, not gonna be enough to kill. Down 2-1, misses 2. Not playing around. Pixel in a dream, not gonna be able to block that low. Comes out super fast. Like I said, a super common round ender for a lot of Steve players.
I gotta say, it's kind of ballsy to suplex a wrestler.
Yeah, not my first guy, especially with a man wearing a Jaguar mask. I'm a pass. That's a hard pass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just like
boy.
all the girls on Twitter choosing the bear.
Back to the wall. He's trying to do the rocket launcher. If you got the Shinblade voice mod, that man is saying some stuff you love to hear. Uh-oh, he's doing strings! Oh, it wasn't counter hit though, luckily enough, because that would have been a wall spot and that would have been truly dead. Slowpoke battling back while running 3, just to open him up. He hasn't done a single throw yet this set, and he's still been keeping Shinblade on the back foot. Oh, he swung into it!
I think you spoke a little too soon, because that lack of throw pressure, that lack of needing to guess, is making Shinblade have all the time he needs to get comfortable and to adjust to this pressure. You can see the Jaguar Spring coming out a bit, but these pokes and this pressure from Shinblade is really locking Slowpoke down.
Like I said, oh, rope-a-dope finally paying off again. Caught him ducking with the mid. Finds a clean wall splat. Brrrah! Mega damage, 2 rounds up. Slowpoke in a precarious position right now. Doesn't swing into the string this time, but he gets sidestepped off the back 3. Nice duck on the forward 2-1. Got a little too desperate, and 3 rounds straight for Shinblade. No round brown.
That's what happens when you challenge one of the top Steves in the world. You are going to get a boxing lesson.
Yeah, and no Slowpoke, he's been training a couple different characters. He has a couple characters that he's confident in, tournament ready at least. I know he has a Reina, he has a Dragunov, so I wouldn't be surprised seeing any of those come out, especially after that that whooping that Shinblade handed out.
Yeah, I mean, really had no chance to get anything going at all there. Didn't even have a chance to get comfortable enough to bring up the throw game, to bring up the mix-ups that King has, where he can keep you guessing and bring you into so many 50-50 situations. Really just never had any kind of chance to do any of that, which was a surprise, frankly, from a King. So I wonder if he might pull out one of those other pocket characters.
Could be talking to a coach as well, but let's see. Oh, the Kazuya. I actually haven't seen Slowpoke's Kazuya, so gonna be interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. Jinx.
Yeah, it's like we both commentate or something. We both commentate similar games.
Yeah.
Here we go. The Kazuya coming out from Slowpoke. Let's see if it's going to pay off right now. No ducking back 1-2.
Shinblade liking some early
again.
work. Liking some early work with the rope-a-dope, the evasion, the patella smash. Good work with the shoulder. Really just keeping Slowpoke from finding any rhythm. Shinblade manages a perfect off a jab. And I'm not sure Slowpoke even really got to press anything there.
Yeah,
it looks like
he literally did 1 back 1-2, and then immediately had to hold back the entire rest of the game. Finds the launch right there. Not obviously a trade in for. Oh, could have got at least a 1-2-2 or a 1-1-2. I don't know. The Kazuya. Oh, there you go. We're starting to see some electrics. I was just gonna say maybe the electrics haven't been able to get warmed up quite yet. He's been playing probably King all day today. No, big whip on the down 2. Oh no, is he going to take a 6 round straight? Don't let him do this to you, Slowpoke.
He might. I wonder if this was a wise choice, because he's doing even less with this Kazuya, and you can see how he had a hard time warming up mentally. You know, he had to switch out all his muscle memory on the fly against a world-class Steve. And this is just looking dark.
There you go, starting to mix it up with the mid this time. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things you gotta kind of be locked in with the Kazuya. A lot of the Mishimas kind of stick around to the Mishimas. Very rarely you see them swap off of it. Back 1, finding the counter hit here. 2 rounds up. He needs 1 more round to make it into Winterside top 8. And if he can be able to get this conversion here, Albatross, he spends the heat. Wall running 2 is enough to close it out and taking it with a super dominant 2-0, man.
You called it 6 rounds straight. I mean, the Slowpoke didn't even come close to taking a round there. I'm sorry. I have to say